Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be making this Christmas box with a nice little bow, but stick around for the next few videos because we're going to learn how to make a Christmas tree, Christmas lights, and finally this animation. And as my Christmas gift to you, you can download this project for absolutely free. It's super fun, super easy, so let's get into it. So here we are inside of Blender. We actually need a box, so we're going to keep this one. I'm going to click it, make sure it's selected. I'm going to go into the edit mode by hitting the tab key, or you can go up here and change it from object mode to edit mode. Tab key is really quick because you can take it back and forth. So here we are in the edit mode. The first thing I'm going to do is go to the front view by clicking one on my keyboard, using the middle mouse to zoom in. I need to make sure I can see through the object, so I'm going to come to the top just here and toggle X-ray like that. Now we need to add more geometry to the box to make a good Christmas present, and the way we're going to do that this time is we're going to click here on this one that says loop cut. I'm going to click on that. It's one of my favorite tools, by the way, and when I come in here you'll see it creates either a horizontal or a vertical line. We need a vertical one, so I'm going to click like that, and when I click, this box comes up at the bottom left. I'm going to change that to 2 like that, and look at that, very cool. Right, now I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, click in the center like that and change this to 2. Now when I zoom round it, we get that. How cool is that? Right, let's make the lid. So I'm going to go to the front view like that. Now here's a quick tip: to select everything, hit A; to deselect everything, double A like that. We need to make the top of the box. Again, I'm going to use a loop cut, so I'm going to click here. This time I'm going to use a horizontal one, so I'm going to click on it and drag it up like that. And if we zoom around, we can see we've got the top of a box. Now, if I change into face mode like that, make sure you click on this arrow as well. If I click into face mode like that and then select all of these faces, if I want to make the lid, if I was to scale that out, it doesn't do it properly, and that's because we need another loop cut. So hit Control Z, I'm going to go back to 1, like that, double A to deselect everything, and we're going to add another loop cut, another horizontal one. We're going to bring it up as close to that one as we possibly can get it. There, that'll do. Click on the arrow to deselect. Now what we can do is go up here and click on the faces, hit 1 on our keyboard, zoom in, and we need to select all of these like that. You can use this little widget up here to make sure you've got everything. And what you can do is hit S to scale and just bring it out a little bit like that. That might be a bit too much, so I'm going to hit Control Z, so S to scale. There we are, that'll do. Now what we need to do is we need to create our ribbon, and that's easy to do as well. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to select these points here like that. I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard to go to the side. Now if I go and select these, it deselects the other ones. So what I need to do is go back to 1, select those again, hit 3 on the keyboard. Now this time I'm going to hold the shift key when I'm selecting, and then when I do that, what you'll see is it selected everything we need it to. We now need to extrude those. And if I go across to the left hand side, there is an extrusion button just here. If I click it, it gives me this. And then when I do that, it's not doing it how I want it to be. What it needs to do, make sure you click on the arrow. What it needs to do is extrude from the direction of the faces like this. So how do we do that? Well, it's actually quite simple. What we're going to do is hold Alt and E, and this menu will come up here. And we're going to extrude faces along normals like that. And again, we need to be very subtle with this, because we can go very, 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 very crazy. So just a fraction, something like that. That'll do. How cool is that? Right, let's make some textures. So while we've got that selected, so I'm going to come across to the right hand side, go down to the bottom, and it says material just here. Click on that. It's given us a default material, so we'll call that ribbon. And we'll go down and we'll give it a yellowish color somewhere like that. And it's important that you hit assign just here. Now to select the box, it would be quite difficult if we were to do the manual selection, but there is a cheat. you can go up here and go select and invert like that, and it selected those. We now need to come across to the right hand side. On this plus key, hit that, and we're going to hit new material like that, and we'll call this box. We'll change its color to a dark blue, and then remember to hit assign. Now if I hit the tab key and go back into the edit view, or the object view I should say, we're not seeing any colors. We need to come up to the top just here and make sure textured view is on, and look at that, we are looking good. Right, let's make our ribbon, which is actually easy to do. I'm going to deselect the box. I'm going to hit Shift A. We're going to go down to curve here, and we're looking for a curve circle like that. Now nothing pops up. And why is that? And the reason for that is, I go to the one view, click on the box and hit H to hide. It's because our circle is right there. So let's click on that. Let's bring our box back. So now I'm going to hit G and Z and bring it up, and you can see it's right there. I'm going to bring it to about there. Then what I'm going to do is hit N on the keyboard, and its numerical information will come up. And if I hit 9 or type 90 in here, watch what happens. There we are. How cool is that? We now need to take that into the edit mode. So you can come up here and do edit mode, or use the tab key. We're going to scale that down by hitting S, somewhere like that. Now what we need to do, deselect everything. We're going to select these here. We're going to right click and hit subdivide like so, and then deselect. We need these two here, so I'm going to select them like that to be in line with the bottom one. So I've selected them. I'm going to hit G and just move them down. Then what we can do is I'm going to zoom in, deselect by clicking out. I'm going to select this one here. Then I'm going to select the end of it like that, and I'm going to hit R to rotate it. And then I can select it like that and hit G and just move it down. I'm going to do the same for this side. Select R to rotate it, and then G to move it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right, next thing we need to do is we need to go to this top one. We're going to select that, and then we're going to hit G and Z, and then we're going to pull that all the way in like that. And we can select these two, same thing again, G and Z, and bring it down like that. And we have a ribbon. Right, so let's give it some depth, and the way we do that is if we come across to the right hand side here, we see this one here that says Data Object Properties. We're going to click on that, and this is actually our ribbon. We're going to go to Geometry just here. If I hit Extrude, watch what happens. How cool is that? So just get it to a depth that you like, somewhere like that. And then to give it a bit of thickness, go down to this one here that says Bevel, and then we can do that. And look at that. I found a level of 0.01 is pretty good. So while we're in here, let's give it a material. So I'm going to go to this one just here. I'm going to hit New like that, and I'm going to go here and go down and hit Ribbon, and it's selected our ribbon for us. How cool is that? Right, now what we need to do, hit the Tab key and go into the Object menu like that. I'm just going to zoom in, right click on it, and go down and say Convert to Mesh like that. Then what we need to do is hit the 7 key, and to create the other half of the ribbon, we're going to select it like that. We're going to hit Shift D and then R to rotate it, and then we can rotate it round like that, and we get that. How cool is that? To finish it off, I'm going to put a ball in the middle of it. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit and go Shift A, and I'm going to go Mesh UV Sphere. If I go to the front view, we can see that our sphere is inside of our box. First thing we need to do is scale it down. So I'm going to hit S, scale it right down like that. And I'm going to hit G and Z and move it up just somewhere like that. Now, if I use our widget here to go inside, looking good. What I'm going to do is go into the edit mode. So come across here, edit mode. First thing we need to do, right click in a blank area and go subdivide, and we're going to go back into the object mode, right click on it and go shade smooth. We can do that trick again with the material. We can come across to the right and go ribbon like that. What we're going to do now is join those all together, and the way you do that is you select them all like that, and then you hit Control and J, and you know you've selected them. So if I was to hit the ball like that and hit G and X, yep, it's done it. And if I was to hit this ribbon here, G and Z, yeah, it's all joined together. So I'm going to move it down, G and Z, bring it down to about there like that. Probably a good time to start naming things. So we'll come up here to the right hand side. We're going to rename that. We'll call it ribbon. And then our cube, let's call that gift. Like that. Right, we're nearly done, folks. What we need to do now is, let's just do this quickly. I'm going to go to the top view and just rotate it all like that so it's looking a bit non-symmetrical. Right, so let's texture it a bit better than it is. So I'm going to click on the box, go up to the top and hit shading just here. And here's our gold texture. Let's zoom in, make sure we've got a good view of it. Probably a good idea as well to turn this on here. This is a rendered view, albeit a low resolution render, it still helps us. So what you need to do is play with the metallic, this one here, the roughness, and you can even play with the IOR as well. The problem that we're having at the moment is that it's looking very flat, even if we change the colors and everything. And that's not very realistic, but we can quickly solve that. I'm just going to move those out of the way. I'm going to go Shift A, I'm going to search, I'm going to type in bump, which is this one here. And we're going to take the output of that and connect it into the normals. Now the normals are just the faces of the object. Shift A again, search, and this time I'm looking for a noise texture, which is that one there. I'm going to take the color from there and put it into the height of the bump map like that. Let's play with the scale, detail and roughness. There we are. Look at that. Looking very cool. Just adds a bit of believability to it. Right, let's do the same thing for the box, for the blueness of the box. So what I'm going to do is come across to the right hand side and click here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. I'm going to play around with the Metallica. Increase the roughness or decrease it. And let's add that that bump map again. So BUMP. Normal to normal. And then Shift A. Search. And this time we're after a noise texture. Same thing again. We take the color, put it into the height. Let's zoom in a little bit. And then just play with the scale, detail, and roughness. And look at that. Don't know if you can see that. Looking very cool. Right, let's add a floor. So to create a floor, we go Shift A, Mesh, Plane, like that. To scale it, rather than just scaling it in and out like that, what I can do is hit S and then say a number like 15. Created a huge floor for us like that. Only problem is it's halfway through our present, so let's go to the 3 view. We're going to hit G and Z to take it to the bottom like that. And now when we look through the camera, we get this. Let's just do a quick render. I'm going to come across here and hit render image. Looking good. Let's add some lights. The way we do that is go to the top view like this. I'm also going to change the render engine as well. Currently, if I go here for an Eevee, I'm going to swap that to cycles. I'm going to change it from CPU to GPU, and I'm just going to lower this render value down to say 600 like that. Let's just do another quick render, and you can see there's definitely a difference there. So let's add some lights. Shift A, and we're going to go down and we're going to add a area light. If I go to the side view, you'll see how area light is stuck right inside the box. I'm going to hit G, just going to move it out like that, 7 like that. I'm going to scale it up and then just move it across here like that. Go to the side view and you can see it's pointing down. I need it to point at the box. So I'm going to hit R and rotate it like that. And if I go to the 1 view, you'll see it's rotating the wrong way there as well. So R and point it at the box like that. Then come to the right hand side, come to the one that looks like a light bulb and change its value to 2000. Now, to create more lights, dead simple, just that one selected, I'm going to hit Shift D and G, and I'm just going to bring it over here and rotate that around like that. Same thing again, Shift D and G over here and rotate it around like that. Let's just render an image and see what that looks like. Looking very cool. Those lights are a bit powerful, and I've also noticed the edges here, we need to fix that as well. Let's just fix that quickly. So on the light, I'm just going to go in here and drop that down to 1000. Same thing for this light, and same thing for this light. Let's do a quick render. Looking good. Let's just finally fix that problem just there, and that's super easy to do. What we need to do is go to the one view like that, click on the box. We're going to go into the edit mode like that. I'm going to use the rotate just like this. I'm going to turn off X-ray. What we're going to do is, we've got faces selected here. Don't know if you can see that. What we're going to do is zoom in, and we're going to click just here, select that face. Holding the shift key, click just there. And what you can do, click just there, click just there. For zoom out, it's selected all those faces. Come across to the right hand side, go down to materials, select ribbon like that, and hit assign. And you see it's assigned it. We need to do this for the entire box. So I'll speed this part up, but it's essentially click, 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 click. Come across here, select the ribbon and assign. And we are finished, people. Looking very good. Hi guys, so before you go, it's always a good idea to join your ribbon and your box together. So come up to the top right hand side, I'm clicking on the gift here. I'm going to go down, and holding the control key, I'm going to select the ribbon. And I'm going to come into the main window, and I'm going to hit Control J. And it's now called it ribbon, so just change that name to gift or present or whatever you want to call it. And now when I select the gift and hit G, both of them move together. That's very important. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do love making them. In the next one, we're going to be learning how to make this Christmas tree. If you want to download the project, then hit subscribe and head over to my website. The link's in the description. If you have any comments or feedback, leave them below. I do love reading them, and I will see you in the next one.